Hello and welcome to my 5 top tips for Sunless Skies. I have been playing this game a lot the past 3 days and I'm really looking forward to the official launch on January 31st for the full game and the Blue Kingdom. I'm going to probably be starting up a new save after the release to see if they've also added any ambitions, but as you can probably tell, I'm no expert if I've only been playing this a couple days. The game's been out for a while, or it's been in early access since I think August of 2017. So there's probably some other people with more advanced tips out there, but I still think that there are a couple things that the game does highlight that are worth highlighting a little bit extra. So that's what I'd like to do here. The first thing I wanted to go over was trade. If you go into New Winchester, you can check trade in the Bazzar tab, and that's something the game tells you about, but it doesn't quite tell you how good it is. They may change this at some point in the future, but right now if you go in here, you can pick up these prospects for taking things from anywhere to Titania. We need to take some seeds to Titania, and munitions to Port Prosper. Now, I haven't found either of these. I think I'm going to try and go after Port Prosper soon, so that one's a decent one to pick up. If I go over here to my hold, you'll see I've got a couple of them lined up. I know where Lustrum is, and I know where Carillon is, so if I wanted to, I could take 5 things of honey over here, or I could take some munitions over here. The munitions one isn't terribly great. It's super far out of the way. There's a stupid annoying thing right here, so going through it is gonna probably cause some damage to your hull. It kind of spawns in some very nasty enemies, at least in my opinion they're nasty. But yeah, if you can get some nice prospects to the things that are in the inner circle, I think Port Avon, Madeleine's, and the Circus all spawn relatively close to Winchester, then that's a very good trade deal that you should probably take, because you get lots of money and experience. I think the experience is a very important thing that some people miss when they're considering trading. It's a lot of XP, so I think it's worth taking. The next tip number 2, is I would recommend that you get officers as soon as you can. They may seem kind of expensive at first, like this guy is 100 sovereigns, and I got him in Port Avon pretty early on when I didn't have more than like 300 sovereigns to my name, so it was a big investment, but that little boost to your stats really helps you with certain challenges. I mean, eventually you will level up through and get those stats through these little facets. It's quite an interesting way to handle the stat increases, but it's a pretty big difference in the beginning of the game. The officer bonus is a pretty big difference. This one's awesome. I like her a lot. I like the dialogue to get her. The dialogue to get the others they're kind of fun, but hers it's hilarious in my opinion. So yeah, she's really good. He's really good. Killed somebody when I got him, so I thought he might not be too good, but it hasn't happened in the 8 hours since he killed somebody, so meh, can't be that bad, right? The rats were free, so hoo-hoo, nice. I like them. That's a good officer to get if you can, because it's free. It's just gonna add some bonuses to your stuff. Next tip is whenever you can, you should repair at Winchester, New Winchester that is, because repairs here are extremely cheap. I've seen a lot of other players take the repair option when they destroy enemies out at ocean, and you'll get like 4 hull or some loot that's worth somewhere between 60 and 170 sovereigns, and it only costs 1 sovereign to heal up here. So yeah, whenever you can, you should be healing here. Basically, whenever you take damage, run home to New Winchester and heal up for the cheap. If you ask me, that's the best way to repair your hull. There may be other ways in other parts of the game that I haven't gone to, but yeah, always go home and repair if you're scared. Run away, stay alive, continue to fight another day. Now, while you're out on your trade routes, if you can see tacti and stovepipe people fighting, it might be worth picking them off. I typically like to come down here, destroy the pirates in here because you don't really have much maneuverability to run around them, and if there is a fight between a stovepipe vessel, a big ship, and two of the little tacti ones, I'll just pick off one of the tacti ones and pick up the other ones. That worked pretty well in the early game because they were just too distracted with the big thing to really want to engage me, so I just got some easy free shots in from behind them. I almost died because I did get in the line of fire of the big allied vessel, and he shot me a bunch in the back, the other guy shot me in the front. I got so close to dying, so it is risky, but I think the rewards of early combat do pay off pretty quickly, and it teaches you how to fight. So I would recommend you pick up targets on your most profitable trade route, which for me was going down here, fighting pirates, picking off whatever I can over here, maybe a critter or two from over this way. Sometimes the terrorists will have people come over, and you can fight them down. But after I go there, I would come through here, fight some pirates in this area, and then get a port report and come back here, and I'd make a little profit, but that's all you really need in a game like this. If you make a little profit long enough, it will start turning into a big profit. So yeah, just go along the trade routes, practice combat a little bit, and then once you're feeling comfortable, you can start to like go out into the outer stuff and look for things like lustrum and who knows what else is out here. But there's a lot of space I haven't gotten to. I just started to feel confident enough with my ship that I could go out here. I got a pretty nice ship. I've upgraded it so that we've got lots of armor. Plus 10 on top of the regular 60 brings you up to 80. If you've got this gun, it makes combat a lot easier. It's it requires mirrors 25, but it's basically like all around better than this one, which you start with. So yeah, might as well get it. The next tip I would make is get level ups as quickly as possible, whether that be through story stuff or fighting critters or doing trade. The faster you can level up, the faster you will increase your stats, and it'll make the rest of the game a lot easier, making you able to progress all kinds of other things that you thought were maybe impossible at the beginning of the game. And yeah, that's all of my 5 tips. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe. I plan to do a pretty long stream tomorrow for the launch. I believe there's some kind of charity thing set up, and I might post some of those details in this video description because yeah, it's kind of part of the whole thing. But hope to see you then. Have a good one.